Alright, so iOS 26.1 Beta 4 just finished installing on our 17 Pro Max, and it did get a little warm, which has been a theme for these last couple of betas. This update did come in a little over 14 gigs, so again, it's on the higher side, right after another 14.5 gigs from last beta, Beta 3. Let's go ahead and do our quick heat check to see where we're hanging in there at. And yeah, it looks like right near the plateau again, it is over 100 degrees, 3 digits, and then again about 97, 98 around the center of the device, with it actually dropping, so that's good to see. And I say that now it's going up a little bit, but nothing to be concerned about. You do feel it, it is warm to the touch, but nothing crazy, lucky enough. So jumping right into it, let's go to Settings, General, and then About, and we can see right here, okay, the new build number for Beta 4 is 23B5073A. A is significant here. It is signaling that Apple thinks internally this beta could be one of the last, since if you're new to betas, Apple does release their numbering scheme based on the back of the alphabet to the front, and the closer we get to an A or B build, the closer we are to the final product ready for public release. I would venture to say this beta could possibly be the last, and we could get the RC next, and we probably will get public beta 4 very shortly after, in the next couple of hours or a couple of days or so, and that could be it for 26.1. While up to beta 3 we got small tweaks and changes, nothing major as far as new features go. We do have a new one today. I don't think any of us saw coming. Let's talk about it right now. In general again, or I'm sorry, in settings again, scrolling down to display and brightness, get a load of this. We have a liquid glass option here that says choose your preferred look for liquid glass. When you click on this, it is unfortunately still not a slider, but we do have two options with an example of what each look like here. For clear, which is basically on, and then tinted, which is basically off for liquid glass. You can see how the background kind of fades to more of a solid look, and then with it clear, it is more of that translucent look we've come to expect with liquid glass, and you can see it right here, just as we've always seen it. And then if you go to tinted, it is not massively different, but it is definitely not as frosted nonetheless. The easiest way to really show this is jumping into, let's go to the music app. And obviously we know this new scrubber bar here. You can see how it's actually clear and you can see everything going on behind it. If we go ahead and turn this to tinted, it impacts everything system-wide and in apps. So scroll back, you can see we're not getting all of that change. However, you can subtly see through it still nonetheless. So I'm still a fan. I'm going to leave this on. But again, if that's something you're not interested in, now you can definitely turn it off without having to use the workaround in accessibility. Definitely a nice touch there. Jumping back into settings also, let's take a look at what we're using for iPhone storage, since this was a topic for last generation. Scrolling down, you can see iOS is still much more manageable. Apple Intelligence is a little over 9 gigs. iOS is 13.89 for a total size of a little over 23 gigs. And then system data is actually up a little bit, I feel, with 18.62 gigs being used here. Not crazy, definitely better than our 17 Pro Max was, but still seems to be on the higher end nonetheless. Let's go ahead and just jump into the Stocks app and see how everything's really behaving. And it seems like it's actually working pretty quickly, so that's nice to see. Phone is still a little warm, so again, I'm going to hold off on the benchmark tests until our Wednesday or Thursday follow-up video. No new splash screens in any of these stock apps either just yet. Let me see if I jump into the dev portal to see if we have any updates here for the developer.apple.com website to see if they have this updated timely for beta 4. Let's refresh this. And it is. Let's see what release notes are here. Okay, it is updated, and you can see there's still an airdrop known issue. There's a resolved issue for background assets, resolved issue for game controller, a new feature for health kit, and a resolved one. Instruments has a resolved issue. Keyboard has a known issue. You are unable to select diacritical marks and character variants with keyboard. This was actually present from beta 3. Lock screen resolved issue where the device might sleep unexpectedly. We did see that. Luckily, that is now gone and fixed. Nearby Interactions has a new feature and a known issue. Siri has known issues. Questions related to news in Portuguese might fall back to web search or ChatGPT. There is a workaround for it. Swift UI has a new feature as well as 2 resolved ones and a known issue. UIKit and WebKit have some as well. And that's it. So not terrible. This obviously will relate to iOS and iPadOS. So keep in mind if you're running either of those on beta 4, these will be applicable for that. Now, last thing I want to talk about is this release schedule. Now that we have an A build, we are obviously at the end of October almost, with 1 week left to the end of the month, and we thought this might go live by then. I'm thinking now this might be early November, and we should receive the RC now on the 27th. We should get the public beta 4, possibly later today or tomorrow, maybe even Wednesday. But beyond that, the 27th looks like we should get the RC or release candidate build, and then most likely on the 3rd, we will receive the actual public beta. Keep in mind, along these next couple of weeks, I'm really leaning into the end of this week, we should also get iOS 26.0.2 for some other bug fixes that are maintained with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular connectivity. Hopefully those will all be resolved here in the near future as well. But aside from that, that's really it for this one. Let me know if you guys find anything else or not want to know any other additional features or questions in the comments below, and we'll cover those in our Wednesday follow-up. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.